Okay guys, welcome back to my round 3 and the summary for the end of round 2. So let's jump in. Japan round 2, infantry, 1 transport and artillery. Yeah, India's starting to look a little bit more threatened now. I think actually the pressure coming onto Russia as well is extremely strong right now. Germany's looking dangerous, as is this stack of Japanese infantry in Sichuan. Yeah, so that's looking a bit threatening. He's got two sort of threats here, pushing towards Moscow, but also India needs to be protected. I kind of want to move my fighters out to help West Russia, but I need them in there to keep India at least, strong enough to defend itself for another round. So yeah, not great. Combat, nothing much for Japan really, just moving forward into through China towards Moscow. It was a good round for us in some ways. So obviously JDK is just prepping obviously the European invasion. What was nice was as I mentioned before, the C Zone 13 move from the German player, putting the subs there, so it was a natural attack as we landed into Morocco, which was pretty nice. So what do you? Yeah, nice. No units lost. That's what we like to see. Obviously Morocco just waltzed in there pretty nicely. That's good. Round 3, infantry, artillery, tank. Okay. What do we take? Okay, we took the Ukraine. That's good. And then, yeah, the purchases from Germany have been solid. It's very infantry based. It's yeah, can't really fault it, to be fair. One nice thing as well, though, actually, to be fair, the two main threats we had, at least I had at the beginning of this game, was the bomber that was left over from the German player, and also the 3 subs that were left in C-Zone 7. Those have both been dealt with now, in one way or another. I think the Russian complex got the bomber, which was really huge for us, actually, because that bomber was so annoying, having it on the map, just threatening C-Zones, so having it dealt with is fantastic for us. And also the sub's gone as well now, so we've got complete control of the Atlantic now, which is nice. So we've got free reign, and we don't have to worry about the bomber, taking out random transports here and there. So, yeah, that's great for us. Although there is still 6 fighters on the board for Germany. Germany's still looking very strong, I have to say. This is a real threat. We've got 8 infantry storming forward. Yeah, there's a lot of a lot of pressure coming Russia's way very quickly here. I think the delays we had to mobilise is a problem, because normally by round 3 you'd want to be dropping a lot of things off here and there. I think we're not really in position. We've been delayed by at least a round, I'd say, to what the Allies would be wanting to have done by now. But anyway, yeah. So left me a map note here to move my fighters. I think it's probably the right move. I did the odds. It's very close in West Russia, assuming that we take out a few things here and there and move everything into West Russia. It's very close. I could tip the odds in our favour by moving my fighters to West Russia, but again, I don't think it's worth, just throwing away India just for one more hold of West Russia. I'm not sure. So I think probably what we'll do is, I hope what he does is he takes Karelia, Archangel and Ukraine, with a few things, and then backs off to the Caucasus with the rest. I think it would be the ideal move, just to kind of stop production here at least for one more turn. But for me, this is the build I've just worked out before I started recording. So I've got 2 more transports coming in, so by the end of this round we'll have 4 transports in play near Germany, which is nice. So our transport system is complete, and we're obviously going to have some more infantry going to India, and we'll have enough infantry and artillery and stuff to support 4 more landings next turn, which is nice. So yeah, we're getting somewhere. Start pressuring Germany now. So what I'm going to do this round, set my phase quickly. I'm going to take Finland, because now the bomber threat's gone, obviously we can move up here freely. No German aircraft are in range of C-Zone 3, which is nice. So I'll take Finland. I'll leave Norway for JDK, the US player, because I think it's better for the US to have the better one here and drop a complex there, hopefully at some point, and just start churning out troops to support Russia. So I'll leave that for the US. This is still an issue, though, here. I can't really do much with this. We're sort of at a bit of an impasse here, a bit of a stalemate, and I don't really want to attack this yet. I can't obviously move my fighters away, so we're just going to try and hold this, I think. I'm also a bit of a loss as to what to do with this very small fleet I've got going on around here. It's not really much. I'm kind of thinking about maybe trying to block the Japanese fleet at some point, if they look like they're going to go for a landing in India. Again, moving them through doesn't really accomplish much for me, because I can't borrow anything here. This is all essential to be sitting where it is, so I can't really borrow anything to attack Italy or whatever, but yeah, I think we'll just leave it there for now. So let's do the combat move first. Let's get this moving up. It's been a pretty quiet round for me, this, to be fair. I don't think I'm going to be doing much more than that, really. Having a double check. I could start bombing the complex, to be fair. Yeah, let's bomb Berlin, why not? Also, use the bomb for something. Try and slow them down a bit. But I think that probably will be it, I think. Just double checking. Yeah, there's nothing really to do, it's more just setting things up for future rounds here at the moment. Yeah, I think we shall leave it like that. There's nothing... 2, 3... Yeah, that's fine. Just double checking we can't get ranged by any German planes, we're scary. 1, 2, 3, yeah, we're fine. As long as US takes Norway, they'll be fine. Okay, let's do that. So fingers crossed for a 6. 2 6s, I guess. 1 6, go on. Oh, that would have been such a sweet call. Okay, take any damage on the complex is good, I don't mind it. So nice. Alright, just move a destroyer up there, why not? Let's get these guys into play. They're free to hit most things. So I think, yeah, we'll move out, move back to Russia on this one. We could even move to the Caucasus, I guess, but it doesn't really matter, I don't think, because I'm not sure what Delta's going to do. But I think I would hope, yeah, these 3 knock those off, take out a few, you know, infantry units, secure a little bit more IPC for next round. West Russia is, yeah, it's going to become quite scary now, I think, in the next few rounds near Russia, but see what we can do about it. Let's move you up for Egypt. Let's move this sub 1 more forward, just try and, yeah, be a bit annoying around there near Australia, threaten a little attack on near Thailand if they come near me. Is it worth bringing them through the canal, is the question. I'm really not too sure what I want to do with this fleet. There is still a fighter here, which is a bit annoying. Can't really... This season's quite a nice, safe one that's tucked away. It's, you know, an extra range away. I don't think they can... Yeah, I'm going to leave them there for now. I think with the idea to maybe block the Japanese fleet at some point. I think that's the best I can hope for with that fleet. Apart from that, I think we are good. It's, yeah, not much we can do really, so let's call it there. So, 2 transports in, 3 in India, and we've got the remainder in Britain. So how's the actual thing? It's close, but obviously it's... yeah, we need to get moving quickly, because Russia is really getting pressured now. It's under a heavy threat, so we need to get moving very, very quickly here. So it's good we've got the fleets now, so... Once we start pressuring France, which we will do this turn, it's going to look a lot better, because the flow of infantry towards Russia is going to, you know, very quickly stop, and we'll be focusing, yeah, trying to keep the troops towards this side of things and let Russia get some breathing room. But there's a lot of forces. There's going to be, what, 22 with change infantry, plus with, you know, heavy troops behind them, 9 tanks and 5 fighters, 6 if he wants to use that as well. So there's going to be some heavy firepower coming at Russia, and not to mention the Japanese on this side. So yeah, it's looking a little bit dicey, but we'll keep fighting. But no, really enjoying this game though. It's good fun. I think it's nice to get a bit of a different opener, because obviously Russia had such a bad start with Ukraine. It gave us more to think about in terms of, you know, playing the game out with that bomber there and the extra fighter. So it's been a bit of a challenge for us to try and navigate around the problems, but I think we're doing okay. We're getting some momentum now in the Atlantic, so I think we're on the right track. But okay, so the format's going to change very slightly for the remaining, well, not the remaining, but the next like 5 or so rounds. I was on holiday at this point, and I couldn't record my mic while I was away, so I just recorded gameplay, and I'm doing the actual commentary post gameplay. So yeah, it won't be live commentary from, I think, for the next 5 or so rounds. But yeah. So, Japan. Complex purchased. Dropped into Manchuria. yeah, just moving things forward. Again, USA landed in Norway, which was nice. We're obviously thinking about putting a complex into Norway as soon as possible, just for somewhere else to deploy, a bit closer to Karelia. Just helps us control things there. Lost a bomber to the complex in Germany, which is a bit of a shame, but yeah, it happens. Yeah, we took France, but obviously, yeah, Germany retook it. Beginning of round 4. So this is the plan now. That we're gonna. I think we weren't sure whether to go for France or start just moving things through Finland into Karelia. I think beyond this round and beyond, we'll start to move things through Finland, just to kind of control Karelia a little bit easier. Gives Russia an easier time defending. They don't have to really worry about that too much. Germany, solid again, 11 infantry, 1 artillery. Heavy infantry base purchases, which is the way to go, really. So me, again, the transport system set up. It's 4 by the UK, which is all you need. Didn't have quite enough for everything here. Yeah, we're going to be 1 short of full deployment, but still, that's fine. Yeah, those German troops in Africa are super annoying. Super annoying. So, just taking a few things out here. Bombing the complex. I'm trying to take Karelia for the Russian player. My main job in this game now is just pretty much harassment, just to try and pick off as much as I can from Germany. So stealing the Caucasus away as well, which is a good thing. Just keep it changing hands. We don't want it to sit under any Axis control for a round. Let the Germany drop infantry straight in there or whatever. So round 4 begins the proper attacks on France. I'll be obviously continually hitting France now for the rest of the game, pretty much. Try and divert attention away from Germany's Eastern Front. Keep them focused on us. So, bombing raid. To be fair, since I've started playing the game again, I've actually been getting really lucky with the bombing raids. I've lost, I think, maybe 1 raid since I've started playing. I've done a lot. I've done at least, I think, 20 raids in like all my games of custom and placement games. So I've had a good bit of a streak going with the bombing raids. Quite enjoying it. Nice clean take of Karelia. That's what you want. Yeah, not a bad round for me, actually. Yeah, hits on the complex, Karelian Caucasus taken without any damage. So, yeah, that was no casualties for the UK player, or for the UK rather. Sorry, this round. Still at a loss to do. Yeah, I was not sure what to do with this fleet at all. I didn't know what to do whatsoever. I thought about here we're trying to move some infantry to try and hopefully gain a bit of an advantage over these African troops, the German troops in Africa rather. Hoping to overwhelm them at some point. It's important for me to keep moving infantry into Persia as well, so I can keep contesting the Caucasus. It's a bit of a small move, but it's quite an important one. That's it for non-combat. I will say as well, the quality of the recordings is going to be slightly worse because my laptop's 1080p, whereas on my desktop PC I record in 1440p. So the actual gameplay resolution is going to be slightly worse with I think rounds 3 to, or at least from round 3 for a few rounds. So just bear with that. It will obviously step back up once we get into the later rounds. I'm back for the day I'm recording this now is I'm actually back from holiday, so we're still playing the game and obviously recording with the full 1440p. and live, which is definitely a better way to record. It's not quite as natural having to record it post gameplay, but still, it is what it is. So favouring 3 units into India over a maximum transport, just because we were, yeah, India needs to be topped up each turn, make sure it's safe. But there we go. That's round 4 for UK. I'll join you back for round 5.